Good morning. I'm Pastor Patrick Jimenez with Victory Springs Independent Baptist Church. We're here standing at the new building that's under construction on our new property here in High Springs, and wanted to give you this morning a little tour and an update of what we've accomplished thus far. We're here standing at the front entrance, and you'll notice that the next major project we're working on is the drive-through portico, and we're fixing to install the brickwork on that and be able to get that completed. And if you remember, when we first bought the property, it was just a pretty wooded lot, a lot of trees, just a lot of woods. You'll have a little pan shot here in just a second of the woods and what it looked like when we first bought it. We've come a long way with having to just begin by clearing the property to get to a place where now we've got a metal building standing and the drive-through is under construction. And so things are coming along, and it really is exciting. We're here standing under the drive-through at the front of the church. I'm so excited and looking forward to the day when we get our first car to pull up and be able to drop folks off for church. And it's just an exciting future that we have here at Victory Springs. I'd like to invite you to come in and take a look at the inside of the building and see what it looks like on the inside. So come and join me. We're standing right now in what's going to be the future auditorium of Victory Springs, and the building is right at 6,000 square feet, and we're excited to be able to move forward to try to finish out the building. I just wanted to give you just a little insight of what's been accomplished so far monetarily. We've spent just over $700,000 in cash being able to get to this point in the building project. As you'll notice that right now there's nothing finished on the inside of the building, and there's still a lot of work to do on the outside. But let me give you a little idea of what it took to get to this point. Of course, we had to clear the property and get all of the engineering plans and all those kind of things, purchasing the property. Just for an example, getting the architecture plans and civil engineering plans cost just over $50,000 alone for that. Then, of course, there's the price we paid to have the entire property cleared and the wood hauled off and debris, getting all the retention areas dug and all those different things. And it just adds up over time. The building itself, the metal building, cost us over $100,000 for the metal building, the portico entrance. And then we have the windows and doors. It was one of the last things that we recently did, and that cost us just over $43,000 just for the windows and door package. So when you begin to add all these things up, they do cost quite a bit, and so that's how we quickly got to over $700,000. But praise the Lord, we're debt-free as a church, and all of that has been done in cash. And so it's exciting about what the Lord has done through a young church, and it just really is exciting to see the Lord move in this way. I'm standing in our retention area. It's one of our retention ponds that the city made us build, and it's kind of big. In fact, we're kidding that it's our future football field, but that's one of the projects that we had to accomplish to get to this point. We as a church really covet your prayers for this next part of our building project to get done and see that very first service come to fruition here at Victory Springs. We're standing here at the back of the property right now, and we are really looking at needing about $800,000 more to finish this project. And I just want to give you a little idea of what that entails. We have, of course, all these massive retention areas. There's two out here in the front of the parking lot. There's a pre-retention area, and then there's the main retention area. For example, all of those have to be connected underground by culverts, and so we have to dig up the ground, install culverts, and get all that so that all of the drainage is connected. They dump into a pre-filter, and then from there the water then goes into the main retention area. So that's a lot of cost in itself, the engineering that goes in that. We also have to have a lift station and a pump station and a grinder pump that helps us to install into the city sewer and water. And if you will look here in just a second, we'll pan, but have the property here has to be, this county's requiring us to build the property up to match the level of the highway. way, and you'll see that in the video here. But that's going to take about 150 truckloads of dirt just to do that. We have our parking lot, we've got our parking lights, and then of course finishing out the building in its entirety. We've got to pour concrete around the building for parking spaces for handicap, the drive-through. We have to have a paved area in the parking lot for sidewalks to be able to get to the building. Then there's all the HVAC, electrical, everything that has to do to get the building completely finished out on the inside. So there's still a lot of work to do to get to the point where we can see day one come to fruition. And that's going to be about $800,000. And that's where we really covet the prayers of God's people praying in that money for us. You might ask, well, how come we just don't get a construction loan? Trust me, we've tried, but because we're a young church and the economy is very, very seesaw type economy, and it's very difficult right now. Banks are not really lending the money for that, and so we've tried about 5 or 6 different banks. We've tried some Christian lending institutions, and right now it just has not come to fruition, but that's okay. We're trusting God. We've trusted Him from day one, and to come to this point with the amount of money we've invested in this project to be debt-free and paid cash is awesome. Things are happening at Victory Springs. Souls are getting saved. Just 2 weeks ago, we baptized 5 adults that had gotten saved in the past 2 weeks, and the church is growing. It's just been absolutely phenomenal seeing what God is doing. But we do covet your prayers. We wanted to give a little video, like I said, a little update of what's been accomplished and what we have to look forward to. And so if you'll pray with us, we really appreciate that. And thank you for partnering with us in prayer.